So we're back with Thomas again.
Hello.
We're going to talk about Icebox this go around.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious,
Refreshing,
Icebox.
fruity, complex icebox.
So you were saying it's been a while since you have an Icebox?
It's been
maybe never.
No. I think it's been at least 5 years since I've had one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I had an Icebox.
Maybe more. I have not had one since I worked at Tux because, weirdly, not a beer you see out on draft a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the range is, but this is what, 12%?
This one's 12. This is on the higher end.
I thought they went up to like 16.
Well, they can go, there's not really a ceiling on these.
Oh, so this is like a fun middle-aged party. It starts at 6 o'clock and goes till question mark.
Exactly. But I know, the BJCP listed, from 9 to 16 or something.
It's quite the spread.
But, a lot of those beers, your bullshit, highest alcohol beers out there, they all do that fractional freezing shit.
Yes.
That you do with the Icebox. Jacking, they call it, which is my favorite term for it.
Do they really?
Yeah, like Applejack, that's how they make Applejack, because they do fractional freezing.
By the way, I've gotten two new terms in as many seconds. Fractional freezing and jacking.
Yeah.
Well, I already knew. Not jacking in this context, I'll say.
Yes, it means something a little different.
You don't know that. I don't know.
I
really don't want to drink this beer now. I'm starting to think about it.
Maybe they jack it into this beer after thinking it up.
Just jacking it in San Diego.
But
yes,
it fractional freezing. Yeah, freeze distillation is what I usually hear it called, but it's really kind of misleading because they call it distillation, and I feel like that's a bullshit name because it's just freezing it.
They freeze the beer, shave off the water,
Yeah.
reduce. It's basically similar to instead of like a saucepan reduction, it's the cold version of that.
Yeah, essentially. Jacking.
My mistake. What I meant to say is it's jacking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had one of these, and I gotta say, there aren't many brewers that make it this style. Because not only is it a fractional freezing and jacking, I'm sure not something that a lot of people want to mess with, it's also a lager somehow. So we got the hardest of all of this. I don't...
Well, I think the fractional freezing, I think that cuts down on your lagering time just because...
I wouldn't hope so.
Yeah, it speeds that up a little bit
Yes.
just for freezing it. But yeah, it's a weird beer.
It's an obscure style. I just had a little drink of it. It is...
Oh, I haven't tried
It is boozy. There's no getting around that. But it's not like rocket fuel. It kind of was very fruity, dark, like stone fruit, almost fruity.
Yeah.
I will say like a dark cherry type flavor almost is what I get off of it. Similar to like a Belgian quad. That sort of malty profile. It's good. It's very good. You can tell it's 12% though.
Yes, it's got some heat.
It's a little oily, as I like to call it. Higher end. How much is this bottle? Was this a 12-ounce bottle?
Yeah, well, it's probably an 11.2. It's a European bottle. So.
Do those come as singles, or did you just grab a single?
Yeah, they're singles.
And they cost what, like $5?
Yeah, like $5 or $6.
For 12% beer, that's not...
No, it's not bad. It's not like Milwaukee's Best Ice kind of price, but
I mean, nothing's ever gonna
beat that.
Beast Ice. If it ever does, the only thing that can beat it would be like what is the Wolf Schmidt vodka? It's like the only thing that per alcoholic unit can beat that price.
Yeah, it's an 11.2.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, for a while, Milwaukee's Best Ice raised the ABV to 6.8 from 5.8. They've recently gone back to 5.8 because people were like, that's too much. This tastes fucking horrible now.
That's interesting. My first thought was, from a liability perspective, they'd be in trouble. But
yeah.
I suppose, there's a balancing act. If you raise that ABV a little bit too high, it goes from palatable to I'm punishing myself.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
But yeah, for a brief amount of time in 2018, you could get Milwaukee's Best Ice. You get 24 cans of Milwaukee's Best Ice, 6.8% beer for $10.
That is almost reckless.
It's socially irresponsible.
It really is.
So they kicked that back down to 5.8.
That's probably a smart move. I'm gonna be real honest. This, I guess I'm supposed to talk about a homebrew portion of this.
Yeah, have you ever homebrewed an Icebox?
Nope. I've homebrewed a Doppelbock.
Yeah. That's essentially
along the same path. Again, not easy. I use the cheater yeast, the safe lager yeast.
That you can ferment higher.
Yeah, because again, we'll talk about this a little bit next episode, but the extra equipment that you need for a lager yeast. It needs to be a certain temperature, and there's just a lot more to it to brew a lager, and in some cases it's just not really worth it. In this case, for sure, I think this is an interesting style.
Yeah, usually lagers are kind of diminished returns for the amount of work they.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
they also have a longer ferment time. Like you can get an ale in and out of your system in as little as 3 weeks. More likely 6 weeks is what you're turning around with an ale. This with lagering and everything, you're talking months.
Yeah, like
it's fine.
What's like the earliest turnaround on a lager? You think like 3 months
to do it properly? Probably 3 months. Realistically, it probably should be more like 4. But again, I'm not the best lager brewer. Yeah, I've only done a couple lagers. But when we did do Doppelbocks, Tim and I, when we did do them, it turned out okay. I liked them because they were more interesting, I'll say, to me than like a Dunkelweizen, which is on the ale side, but a dark German beer that is interesting, but also very like how German beers are, traditionally very, very clean finish. Doppelbocks were really good. The stuff further would have been like freezing it and fractional freezing and jacking. Yeah. We didn't frack this beer, but we did talk about it. Like, what do we do with an Eisbock? We do it in winter. Do we throw a bucket outside, see what happens? Yeah. It would have been interesting. But
a deep freeze.
It would have, If we lived somewhere like Milwaukee or Canada, it would be a little bit more reasonable. But here in St. Louis, it's like, we could get cold weather.
Could be 80 degrees.
Could be 80 degrees.
It's a roll of the dice.
I really don't know. So for me, this was as close as we got to the juice being worth the squeeze, but this wasn't quite there. Yeah. I'd rather, instead of doing one batch of this, do a Saison and an IPA or something like that, or a stout and a Kolsch.
Well, and who knows what your yield is going to be on an Eisbock too?
That's the other thing.
Removing so much liquid,
well, that's
who knows.
That's
I guess there's not really a way to tell what your ABV is going to be. I'm sure there's.
You can gravity it. You can take gravity readings all the way and get there, so you can get a good approximation of what it's going to be. But realistically, your point about yield is well struck, because I only had room to do maybe a 5 or 6 gallon into the fermenter batch after we have hop loss, schmeg loss, yeast loss. Then the freezing of it, I'm going from maybe 5.5 gallons down to 3.5.
Maybe. I mean,
then I'm going to lose stuff in bottling. So we're talking. Yeah. I'm getting a case and a half versus maybe a case and a quarter versus 2 quarters, maybe 2 cases, maybe more. So it's I don't know, for a style that I like, but.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of materials, a lot of work, a lot of bottles, a lot of labor for the one time every 3 years that I want one. I'll spend $5 and I'll still be way ahead. So these styles always interest me, but I think there's a reason why not many people do them, is because, That being said, this is delicious.
It is really good. Yeah, it's nice. Like it's got some heat, but it's got a lot of flavor. It's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is similar to like a quad almost.
I just always thought, if I want to do a darker German beer, I'd go with a Doppelbock or an alt beer.
Yeah.
Or a mimic of what is the one, the Ridge Doppelstick? It's like the double Doppelbock.
Oh yeah.
That beer is lights out.
Yeah, I don't see those around anymore.
They're kind of hard to find now, but they are just, if you can get one it doesn't even need to be that fresh.
Yeah, that's what's nice about
just not be busted.
Yeah.
And it is. It pours a little bit like motor oil, but it's delicious. So, yeah, that's what I'll say about this. I always wanted to try one, and maybe if I had a more professional setup, I would, but...
Not a lot of people make them. I was looking on the old Beer Advocate, just to see, this one and the Eku. Mm-hmm. No, there's a Kulmbacher. Kulmbacher makes an Eisbock.
They do, yeah. I want to try that one.
I think you can get that one around the area.
Yeah.
Kulmbacher's around.
There's a bar that I go to that almost always has Kulmbacher Idle Pills or Idle Pill, whatever lager. It's $5 a pint all day, every day. And Kulmbacher makes an amazing beer. So I think I'd want to try their Eisbock, but...
Yeah, but those were the big two, as far as number of ratings on Beer Advocate, those were the big two. And everything else was those were in the thousands. Everything else was under 100,
50.
Yeah, nobody makes them because it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and I think the same issues you talked about with homebrew also come up with production breweries. I mean, it's just the scale might be a little bit better, but the principle really is. This is. Oh boy.
Unless you're trying to be one of those fucking dudes that is making the strongest beer you can make.
It's a thermonuclear tactical penguin,
yes,
bro.
Exactly.
But also, I think a lot of breweries, at least in the U.S., most styles use use ale yeast. If you're talking about like number of styles, most of them use an ale yeast. Most of the beer produced in America is a lager. Most of the styles are ale yeast. So you also have a thing with brewers being experienced with certain types.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, they're all world-class brewers. I'm sure they can figure it out. But just like anything, the number of reps you do increases your proficiency and excellence with it. So, I don't know. It's a tough needle to thread. That being said, if somebody came out with an Eisbock, I'd drink the hell out of it locally. But I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah.
Let's get to the important parts. What movie does this equate with? Because I don't know.
Oh, I paired this one with The Thing. Because,
Thing?
Yeah, The Thing.
Wow.
Because The Thing is very cold. It's icy.
Okay. On point so far?
Yeah, it's like a big and bold and serious movie. Well, I don't know how serious it is. It's kind of goofy. But
big, cold. I'm trying to think. Big and cold. What would my Eisbock...
I was very close since I repeated Schneider Weiss, and I wasn't happy about that. I almost repeated pairing it with a Werner Herzog movie, because he has that documentary that's set in Antarctica. I was like, oh, that'll work.
That's a lot of Werner. It's a lot of Werner for anybody, really. God, big and cold. I'm trying to think here. What would be... There's a bunch of shitty movies that come to mind. It's like, not shitty, but like cold movies. Like, okay, Empire. Fine.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger. What kind of takes place in a cold area? The Kate Beckinsale Antarctica crime murder mystery Whiteout.
Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people missed that one. I bought that for $2 at Blockbuster when they're closing down. Outside of it being in Antarctica, which I found interesting, and Kate Beckinsale having a shower scene, really not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
Oh God, cold.
Yeah, like weird, cold.
Yeah, weird is another part of it. Cold
Yeah.
and big. I'd have to think about that one because I can't think of anything better than what you said. The Thing.
I just like an excuse to talk about John Carpenter movies, so
Of
this afforded me the opportunity. So,
of course. Interesting. I can't argue with that. I've never seen The Thing.
oh really?
So-
The Thing's so good.
I'm trying to think of John Carpenter movies that I have seen.
Have you seen They Live with
Yes.
Roddy Piper
I mean,
and Keith David?
I'm alive, aren't I? I was going to say Assault on Precinct 13, but I saw the remake.
Oh yeah, the original is really good.
Yeah.
Halloween, you've seen Halloween.
Seen Halloween. Oh, Duke of New York. I've seen Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Oh yeah.
Actually, by the way, that's the second time I've talked about Snake Plissken today. It's real.
Nice.
It's a real Bader Meinhof scenario here.
That's a good day.
It's pretty good, honestly. I think somebody told me about a Christmas movie that's out now with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell plays Santa Claus.
And I said, if Kurt Russell's playing anybody other than Snake Plissken as Santa Claus, I don't want to watch it.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Hey Santa, can I have this? Call me Snake.
I thought you were dead.
Call me Plissken.
Have you seen Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
I feel like we've talked about Big Trouble in Little China before.
It's fine, because I know this is a deficiency of mine. I need to see it.
I don't know if
I'm upset with myself.
if you don't watch it when you're like 12. I don't know if it's gonna have the same magic as it's gonna have if you're a 12-year-old boy watching.
Are you saying it loses some of its thunder as you grow older?
I don't know because I watched it when I was 12, and it's perfect.
I feel like my version of this movie would be the Delta Force.
Yeah,
Because it'd be like, this movie is great because I saw it every 3 months from the ages of 9 until 14.
yeah.
So I don't know, but so I should watch it though, right?
Oh yeah. I'm almost certain that that's the first John Carpenter movie I ever saw.
I can't believe that's a John Carpenter. First of all, what else do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, did we talk about Icebox enough?
I don't know. Yes, Eisbock spelled backward is Quebec. Nope.
Oh yeah, that does not work.
Sikabsi.
I feel like I'm in a David Lynch movie now, so
Oh, should I play Dark Side of the Moon at this point? Is that what it comes into?
they should let David Lynch direct They Live.
Well, he just turned it into The Spice Must Flow.
Did you watch that Jodorowsky's Dune, that documentary about... Because
No.
Alejandro Jodorowsky, who makes like great, weird fucking midnight movies, tried to make Dune like in the 70s, and it's amazing.
I love everything that's happening right now.
Okay, so he tried to make Dune, and he hired the most amazing people were supposed to be in this movie, and it just disintegrated, and he never made it. But he's got like storyboards for it that are like this thing, like his storyboard. Like he has the entire thing storyboarded. It looks like a comic book essentially. But it looks amazing. It was supposed to star Mick Jagger,
yes,
Salvador Dali, Orson Welles.
Orson
Welles. Soundtrack by Pink Floyd.
Orson Welles.
He agreed.
I was going to ask 30 seconds ago if Orson Welles was in it. And I thought, no, that's stupid, Thomas.
Yeah.
But of course Orson Welles is
70s Orson Welles. Yeah.
Paul and the son.
He got Orson Welles to agree to be in the movie because he agreed to bring in Orson Welles' favorite chef from New York and fly him to Mexico to cook for him. And he got Salvador Dali to agree to be in the movie if he agreed to pay him like $20,000 per minute of screen time or something ridiculous. Like, it's just bonkers. Like, he's just like making these crazy promises to these super famous people and be like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Come on down. We'll make this movie.
I'm just going to set aside Salvador Dali for a second. Because as far as I know, he's not an actor.
Oh, no.
He is an artiste in the painting fashion.
And a crazy person.
And makes melty clocks, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
My question is who is Orson Welles playing in Dune? Baron Harkonnen?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, the best thing in the world is if it was, and it's Paul Atreides, Orson Welles. let's get the oldest round man we can think of to play the young Muad'Dib. That's fantastic. Oh, God. What is this again?
It's called Jodorowsky's Dune.
It's
a documentary about him trying to make this movie. Because, like, Jodorowsky's, like, probably in his 90s by now, but he's still, like, trying to make movies. Like, he makes really cool, fucking weird, bonkers movies. But he got, what's the dude's name? I never remember his name. H.R. Giger.
H.R. Giger.
This is the thing. Like, check this out.
Xenomorph.
H.R. Giger did a bunch of design for the movie, and Dan O'Bannon, who wrote Alien, did a bunch of writing on the script.
God.
And that's where they met each other, and they, like, eventually, like, the fact that they worked on Dune meant that they eventually went to make Alien. Like, it's like this super influential movie that never got made.
This is the greatest thing
It's
I've ever
so
heard.
cool.
Because Dune, essentially, I read the book Dune when I was on vacation sitting on a beach, and I was half drunk the entire time. But I reread it sober too. It makes almost zero sense.
Yeah.
But it makes just enough sense to be a cohesive story in the book. The entire time you're reading it, like, this is a crazy book. At no point does go, this needs to be on the screen, condensed in about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's unfilmable.
How do you do that?
Still, to this day, I don't know how you film that movie. There's too much backstory. Because I think in David Lynch's movie, didn't they? It was like minute 35, and they're like, "Here are the Fremen. They have blue eyes." It's like, no, there's 100 pages introducing them.
Yeah. I think a lot of...
It's a real Dark Tower scenario, is what's going on.
Yeah, I hate watching that movie.
Did you finally break down and watch it?
I watched it while I was doing laundry, so I, like, had something to do, so I didn't have to, like, fully pay attention to it. It still made me so angry.
Did you at least enjoy?
No.
You didn't even enjoy Idris Elba and his, like, gunslinging? Just
No.
the action.
No. It's like, what a waste. It's like,
What a waste.
Idris Elba would have been a great gunslinger if you made the movie right, but the movie is so dull.
Oh, it's bad. The only good thing is the
It is
the
nothing.
reloads. It's not even the shooting. The only good parts is him reloading. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole because I know how fiercely you enjoy those books. I'm not even gonna go past that. But the Dune thing, I don't know what else to say. Anytime they make Dune, I'm gonna go see the movie. I'm gonna watch it. We've went on a movie tangent here for a while, and I don't really care.
But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about Icebox.
Nope, probably not.
You should not homebrew them.
What we've really learned here is that don't homebrew this one. And probably don't homebrew... I would say there are about 50% of the styles out there that you should homebrew.
You think it's that high?
35% of the styles out there. No, I'd say you can brew about 50% of the styles out there. And get a good result.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I don't know. Some of the styles, no matter how well you brew them, they're just going to be shit. Like an amber ale. Who cares? Honestly. But, yeah, all right, that's all I have to say about Icebox. And They Live, John Carpenter, Dune tangents. So
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll see you next time.